Yo, what's up, guys? Welcome to Trippy Commentaries. Thanks for checking out the episode. I'm RJ. In the last video, we looked at this mysterious location, which you can find between the V and the E in New Hanover. I'll bring up the map in a moment, but the community did point out something that I found very interesting about one of the skeletons. Now, there's 4 in total, but one of them only has half a body. It looks like they're missing an arm as well. I just noticed that, actually. So at first, you would think maybe a grizzly snatched up the skeleton, brought half of it somewhere else, but if you look right next to it, you can find 2 crutches. You see that? So that means that this person had only half a body to begin with. Maybe they did lose the arm afterwards. You guys are going to have to let me know what you think, but I believe that this location is connected to the UFO shack, meaning that these guys worship the UFOs just like the shack itself. We'll visit that place in a moment. Another thing that I just noticed, take a look at the cross in this guy's hand. I thought that was just part of the makeshift bed at first, but yeah, he's got a cross. I think that definitely means that they are part of the UFO cult, and that also means that the UFO probably visited this place as well. Interesting, guys. We're still looking for the 3rd UFO sighting. It could happen here. Looks like it's going to start raining as well. Much love. Huge shout out to all the new subscribers. We've been growing a lot recently here at the channel. So thanks again if you are new. We have live streams almost every day. We're working on a 100% Red Dead Redemption 2 playthrough. We're going to get full good karma and find every secret in the game. So hit the notification button. That'll let you know whenever the live streams begin. So the only thing we found here was the Gorma Rum. Before we get to the UFO shack, there's one other location that I do want to search during this episode because I've actually never found it for myself before. I just noticed it, but there's some sort of, it looks like a watchtower right here. Maybe this is somewhere where we can see a UFO in the future. What is going on here? Let's climb all the way up to the top. There's got to be something to collect here. Let me know if you've ever seen anything here. So by the looks of it, I think it's basically just a random location. Oh, wait a minute. We do have a message. Balance all is balance. So this must be a cheat code. I'm sure you guys have seen many hidden messages like this. We've been looking at some very different kind of hidden messages recently here at the channel. But maybe that's all that there is to find here. From the looks of it, this would be the perfect UFO viewing point. So I'm guessing that we're going to see a UFO possibly at this location. It makes sense. You got the UFO shack to one side and then the campsite to the other. What is it called? The Lookout Tower. What are we looking out for, guys? It is the Lookout Tower. We got to be looking for something. So I'm going to head over to the UFO shack. There's something I got to point out about that location. It is a massive Easter egg that Rockstar included into Red Dead Redemption 2, and it seems to all be included into the UFO mystery. Again, my theory and prediction is that we will have an alien encounter in this game. We've seen 2 UFOs so far. Most likely we'll discover another one. I think possibly when we have 100% completion. Unfortunately, the location we're going to right now, the UFO only shows up once and then it's gone. So you pretty much got to see it and get a good look at it while you can. But I think we'll find a 3rd UFO soon. Shizen, we made it. I know it's dark out here. Let's head inside. You guys let me know. Do you think that these skeletons are associated with the skeletons we just looked at back at that campsite? I don't see any half bodies, that's for sure. No crutches. And then this must be the leader right here. Remember that on the message in front of the mysterious hill home, it says leader. Now, a lot of you guys think that it could be connected to the Chelonians, of course. Maybe some sort of Chelonian leader. My guess is that these guys could be Chelonians themselves, in which this guy could be the leader. You gotta say, this is one of the creepiest locations in the entire game. Come back, UFO. Abduct us. We know you're out there. So this is a massive Easter egg towards Heaven's Gate. Here's the Wikipedia page for Heaven's Gate. Now this is going to get very interesting, and maybe this will tell us how to get abducted in Red Dead Redemption 2. Maybe we have to use their method. So it says Heaven's Gate was an American UFO religious cult. I guess it was based in San Diego, California. Well, it says on March 26, 1997, police discovered bodies of 39 members of the group who had participated in a mass killing in order to reach what they believed was an extraterrestrial spacecraft following Comet Hale-Bopp. I'll show you footage of Hale-Bopp. It was crazy back in the day when that thing was flying around in space. You could see it pretty clearly here on Earth. So it says, just before the event, the group's website was updated with the message, Hale-Bopp brings closure to to Heaven's Gate. Our 22 years of classroom here on planet Earth is finally coming to conclusion. Graduation from the human evolutionary level. What does that mean? Graduation from the human evolutionary level. I wonder if it worked. I'm guessing no, but maybe they were onto something. We are happily prepared to leave this world and go with T's crew. Hopefully I pronounced that right. Very weird, guys, and this is connected to the Easter egg that Rockstar put in the game. You can tell this was also a big inspiration for the altruists from Grand Theft Auto 5. Here it says, later in 1975, the crew assembled at a hotel in Waldport, Oregon. After selling all worldly possessions, that I believe sounds like the Epsilon, and saying farewell to loved ones, the group vanished from the hotel and the public eye. So it was reported that the group had disappeared in one of the very first national reports on the developing religious group. A score of persons have disappeared. It's a mystery whether they've been taken on a so-called trip to eternity or simply been taken. In reality, the leader named Applewhite had arranged for the group to go underground as they tried to get abducted. And here's how it all ended. Members took a mix with applesauce, they washed it down with vodka, and apparently they also used plastic bags. Authorities found the dead lying neatly in their own bunk beds, faces and torsos covered by a square purple cloth. Each member carried a $5 bill and 3 quarters in their pockets. The $5 was to cover vagrancy fines, and the quarters were to make phone calls. I guess maybe they didn't have cell phone reception. Just kidding, of course, no cell phones back then. All 39 were dressed in an identical black shirt and sweatpants, brand new black and white Nikes. So that's why you see the shoes on the skeletons in the UFO shack. It's meant to represent the bodies here from Heaven's Gate, and armband patches reading Heaven's Gate Away Team, one of many instances of the group's use of Star Trek fictional universes. So these guys were all Trekkies. Great. So that is why Rockstar did this in the game, but keep in mind that these guys thought they had to end themselves to get on board the UFO, which was, I guess, behind the Hale-Bopp comet for whatever reason. I guess the comet was disguising the UFO. So if that's how they had to do it in Heaven's Gate, do we have to do it like that in Red Dead Redemption 2? Maybe that's the case, but let me show you guys some footage of the amazing Hale-Bopp comet. Here's the footage. I know it's a bit shaky, and this is long before HD, but trust me, you could see this clearly from the streets, and it's unlike anything I've ever seen since. Now keep in mind that in Red Dead Redemption 2, you can see meteors. There's a huge crater, so perhaps the crater, the meteors that you can collect, and the Hale-Bopp are all part of the Easter egg. It maybe has something to do with the UFO. It could be that Heaven's Gate was onto something. Now, one other thing that I want to show you guys before we get back to the UFO shack is footage of the UFO cult's initiation tape. I kid you not. So I'm going to show you a quick sample of that. I'll put a link in the description if you want to watch the full thing. It is nuts. Take a look at this. I'll meet you guys back at the shack.
Classroom, your only chance to evacuate is to leave with us.
Yeah, that's a big yikes from me. But you see what I'm saying, guys? You see what these people were interested in and what they believed? That is what they thought was going to go down. They thought the entire planet was about to be recycled. Now, if you read the memoir that you can find normally sitting right here, I think I collected it, they're going to praise the UFOs until the 2000th year, which is basically when Grand Theft Auto 5 happens. Considering the UFOs look a lot like they do in GTA 5, they have the same green color, I think that it's some sort of connection between the two lores. But there you have it. You see the shoes. These guys are meant to represent Heaven's Gate, and if you've played Grand Theft Auto 5, you know a lot about the altruists. Well, I guess this is pretty much another form of the altruists. Perhaps they are the Chelonians. What is up with these shoes? Are they Nikes? Anything here? They all have the same type, definitely correlating to Heaven's Gate. That was super trippy, guys. I hope you enjoyed the episode. There's a lot more that I need to show off, and I've got another new video in the works, so watch out for that. Hit the like button if you enjoyed it, and make sure to drop in the comment section below if you have any thoughts or theories about the UFOs. Where can we find the third UFO in Red Dead Redemption 2? Stay tuned. I'll catch you in the live stream coming up next. As always, be sure to stay trippy, my friends.